65 would be.
Yes, the maximum contribution limit for a traditional IRA, if you're under 50 years old, was in 2023 it was $6,500.
Thinking, I wish I had $5,500 just to do whatever. Put in my socks.
True or false? Contributions to a traditional IRA are always tax deductible, regardless of your income. False. How are qualified distributions from a Roth IRA taxed?
They're not.
Correct.
Yeah.
Qualified distributions are not taxed at all. True or false? There is a 10% federal tax penalty for early withdrawals from an IRA before age 59 and a half. No exceptions.
There are exceptions.
Yeah, false. There are plenty of exceptions. And we went over on Friday. There were like 20, at least 20 exceptions. Okay. True or false? The eligibility to contribute to a Roth IRA is determined by the taxpayer's modified adjusted gross income and their filing status.
True.
That is true. What is the main advantage of a direct transfer between retirement accounts? Don't talk about a rollover.
It avoids mandatory withholding taxes.
Yes. It avoids mandatory withholding taxes, which means that the transfer is complete immediately. If you do a indirect transfer is what it's called, where you take the money out, put it in your checking account, and then write a check to the new.
Tax.
You have
Unless then you only have like 60 days to put it back,
right.
right? Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, so you do have 60 days to complete the transfer for it to be considered a rollover, and there's a 20% mandatory withholding, which means that you don't get the full check. So if you want to make a full transfer, you have to come up with that money from other sources.
There's a correct way to do that.
Yeah. What is the penalty for early withdrawal from a retirement account before age 59 and a half, assuming you don't have any exceptions?
10%.
10% is correct. And which worksheet is used to determine the taxable portion of Social Security benefits?
Social Security benefits worksheet.
Yeah, it would be the one that has Social Security in there. Yeah. What is the time limit?
60 days.
Yes, 60 days to complete an indirect rollover to avoid taxes and penalties. And which of these types of IRAs allow for tax-free withdrawals in retirement?
Traditional?
Roth.
The Roth, yes.
That's right.
Yep. The traditional IRA is the you pay taxes when you take it out. And Roth IRA is you don't pay taxes now, but don't pay taxes later.
What is the simple IRA and the SEP IRA?
These are kind of a hybrid between employer-sponsored and IRA plans. So it's still an individual retirement arrangement, which is where the IRA comes from. But for both SEP and simple IRAs, your employer contributes to your IRA instead of contributing to like a separate retirement account, like a 401k. So it's mostly intended for smaller employers. It's much simpler than having to manage a full-blown 401k. Just say, well, if you put whatever you make, we'll take 3% of your salary and add it to your IRA. Or whatever percentage is appropriate or that the company has agreed on.